All right, we bike. Ahmed on side, back with another live stream. It's the big one. Arsenal host Manchester United at the Emirates. Big game. Man United coming in on a high after beating Man City very soundly. Arsenal coming off of a win in the Champions League, but some lackluster performances in the Prem. Currently on a 4 point lead on Manchester City and Aston Villa, who won today. Looking to extend the lead to seven or keep it at seven because we have a game in hand, which is about to be played. And yeah, man, big game today. Let's go through the lineup as the players step out. We decided to do this live stream a little bit early, so we can, get ourselves set before things kick off. All right, so for the Arsenal lineup, we've got David Ryan goal, of course, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, and Hincapie in the back four. We've got Zubamendi, Odegaard, and Rice in the midfield. And for our front three, Saka, Gabriel, Jesus, and Trossard. So that is the Arsenal starting lineup. And then for Manchester United, it is the same team that they used to beat Man City. In the back four, you've got Luke Shaw, you've got Martinez, Maguire, Diogo Dallo, Mainu, Casemiro, uh, Bruno Fernandez, Ahmad, Dorgu, and Embuemo. So pretty much the same team that beat Man City. Big game today, man. I hope we actually get something out of it. We've had some really bad performances that I've been very unhappy with. The win against Inter did a little bit to, alleviate some of that stress, some of that annoyance. But we'll see what happens in the league because we've seen far too many of the same performances from Arsenal. And now that Man City and Villa have uh, won their games in the Prem, we have to make sure that we keep a distance from them. And this is a must win game as far as I'm concerned. You're playing at home. Man United are on an upturn in their performance. They do have a new manager, so maybe that's part of the so-called new manager bounce. But that shouldn't necessarily rule us out from beating this team that has been kind of underwhelming for quite some time. Man United are currently in the top five, looking to jump ahead. They're actually in fifth place, looking to jump ahead of Liverpool, who lost to a late winner by Bournemouth yesterday. So a big result there. They're going to be incentivized to come out and actually get a win or get some kind of result against the league leaders. We'll see what'll happen. All I want is a good performance. I think if we get a good performance, we'll get the win. What we don't want is a repeat of Liverpool and Nottingham Forest and some of these other teams that we've dropped points to. Sunderland. So yeah, an early goal to open things up would be great. What I expect Man United to do is to play the same way that they played against Man City and play with high energy, try to hit us on the break. Hopefully, we can take advantage of some of the space that they leave in behind. This is the second fixture of the season. In the first game we played was away at Man United. We got played off the park, but we were lucky enough to score a winning goal. They were unfortunate. We should have actually lost that game. The performance wasn't great. Um, so hopefully we don't have a repeat of that as well. Um, this has to be a win for Arsenal. Anything below a win, I mean, you could have accepted a draw if we had won some of our other games, but now you put yourself in a position where you kind of have to win. All right, ball kicks off, goes immediately out of touch in the Arsenal half. Man United have it. Luke Shaw throws it in. Martinez receives it. Oh, here we go again with this feed. All right. This is quite obnoxious, y'all. Every time, every time I set myself up, I blame it on the weather. It's freezing here. We've got this snowstorm really kind of, but yeah, that shouldn't necessarily impact the internet. Maybe the power. All right. Let's see. All right, there we go. Michael Carrick with the very serious face on the sideline. Arsenal have it. Throw it in. Let's see here. Arsenal have it. Jesus kicks it forward to Trossard. Trossard is against Dallo. Dallo putting hands on him. Trossard dances away. Gabriel Magalhaes to Saliba. Back to Timber. This guy, he plays so many minutes. All right. Saka back to Timber. All right. What we need is an early goal, guys. Let's do it for once. It's not something typical that we get an early goal. Maybe in the Champions League that happens, but we need Champions League performance in the Prem. Come on, Arsenal. All right. Ooh, great line breaking pass. Gabriel Jesus has it, loses it. Great pass. I want to say that was Odegaard. That's what we need from Odegaard. Not convinced by him. Still think we need to upgrade on Odegaard. But yeah, I don't expect him to change his ways. He might have a good play or two, a good game or two. That's not enough for me to change my mind on Martin Odegaard. I think for the standards of this sort of team, the quality that's in it, he's severely lacking. He's supposed to be the captain, and more often than not, he's kind of a passenger. All right. Man United have it. Luke Shaw running back, passes to the goal. Goalkeeper kicks it forward. Gabriel heads it. Arsenal get it back. Zubamendi, Odegaard, dribbling. Passes. Okay, more incisive passing from Odegaard. Passing a little bit early, which I appreciate. A little earlier than normal. Typically, what he does is hold the ball until the opposite team can set themselves up, and then it becomes much harder for us to get our offensive foot on the ball, whatever that means. All right, let's see here. Gabriel with it, dribbles forward, gets it to Trossard. Line breaking passes, but goes to no one. United goalkeeper gets it. Lemons. It looks like Zubamendi is being directed to pass in between the defenders. Problem is that there's no one there to receive it. I've heard criticisms about Gabriel Jesus not being where he's supposed to be to receive the ball sometimes. He's a very good false nine, very good technical player, but he plays all over the pitch, so it's hard for his teammates to anticipate where he's going to be. Ball gets kicked forward. And Capier, great job defending there, stopping Ahmad. Ball gets kicked forward. Arsenal. Trossard kicks it forward, I think. Hincapié. Declan Rice carries it, gives it to Trossard. We need a big game from some of these big name players. We need a big game from Bukayo Saka. We don't need to wait until the end of the game to start passing to him. Let him play Shaw one on one. Great pass into the box. Great pass. Casemiro stops it. Goes out of touch. Man United ball. Lemons kicks it forward. All right. Saliba has it. Raya kicks it forward. No one there to receive Saka's pass. Got to do better. Have to do better. Right now, it's pretty even. Arsenal, of course, as you would expect the home team to have more possession. Great pass by Trossard. Great shot by Rice. Blocked. Trossard receives it again. We need a big game from Trossard. He's been a bit anonymous the past few games. He got that salary increase, not necessarily a contract renewal, but you know, a reward for his performances, some of the big goals that he scored for us. I need him to have a big game today. Ball goes back to Timber. Timber gets it to Gabriel. Gabriel to Saliba. Odegaard drops into the right flank. Gets it back to Timber. Odegaard has it. Odegaard doing the thing where he's dropping down into the defense again. I mean, it's a clear tactic from Arteta, but I don't understand why it persists because I don't see the value in it. Saka has it. Great, great play from Saka. Okay. Saka receives it again. I think we should just keep going to Saka. Saka beats his man, beats Dorgu. Ball bounces off of Dorgu. Corner for Arsenal. If that's what you have to do, then do it. If you're unable to penetrate through the middle, then play on the flanks and get set pieces if you need. We need a big game from you, my man. All right. Saka steps up to take the corner, raises his hand for the signal. Cross goes in. Good cross. Cleared. Martin Odegaard gets a foot on it, but skies it. Oh, sorry, Trossard. A little unbalanced shot there. Lemons resets. Pretty evenly matched game so far. I think Man United have done well to not allow us to just score early. Good stop. Gabriel Jesus has it, gets it to Saka. Saka dribbles around, gets it back to Gabriel Jesus. Jesus to Hincapié. Arsenal trying to move the ball a lot quicker. Cross goes in. Another corner for Arsenal. If that's what we have to do, then that's what we're going to do. Another corner opportunity. Players talking to one another as Rice gets set for the corner. All right. Rice gives the signal. What is that? That is a short cross. Strange. Saka shoots it, bounces off the Man United player, goes nowhere. Hincapie gets it back to Saka. That was a strange attempt at a cross. Martin Odegaard tries to cross it in the box, but blocked by the Man United player. Ball is stopped by Hincapie. Trossard gets it, dribbles down the middle. Dribbling. Trossard doing a little too much dribbling. This is not what I like to see. I've seen this too many times lately where he just holds the ball, tries to dribble around multiple players, and then ends up losing the ball. You know, nine times out of 10 he loses the ball. Here he actually buys a foul, but it could have been bad. You don't lose the ball in that position. That's a really dangerous position to lose the ball in. Saliba gets it to Timber. Martin Odegaard now, instead of dropping down in between the center backs like he's been doing, he's like dropping down next to he's like playing in between Saka and Timber. It's like a false right back. If I'm Man United, I take advantage of the fact that Odegaard is vacating the midfield and playing in other positions. So maybe you want to pack the midfield, try to get a break that way. Lamens picks it up, throws it, gives it to Martinez. Martinez has it, holding off Odegaard. Timber holds off Dorgu. United keep it. They get it back to Maguire. All right. So what we need is a goal in the first half. None of this letting an entire half pass without scoring, without threatening. We've done pretty well so far in our play, in our build up, in our defending. But let's not let a half go without actually putting Man United under pressure because so far there hasn't really been too much pressure applied. I need a little bit better from Gabriel Jesus. Okay. Good job on the press. Good pass, Odegaard. Good pass. Get it to Saka. No. Ooh, Rice. Nah, what a terrible play, man. Instead of passing to Saka, he passes to Saliba, who's playing way too far forward. I do not understand why. Foul just to stop the play. But that was a terrible decision by Rice. Great stop from Odegaard, gets it, great pass to Rice. You have Saka right there. Come on, Declan. What was that? Instead of getting it to Saka, he passes it to Saliba, who is way out of position. And Rice's shot is blocked by Martinez. But that's a terrible decision by Declan Rice. Lamon stands over it, ready to kick it forward. Kicks it forward. Timber wrestling for it. Rice gets it. Rice passes to Saka running down into the midfield. We're mixing it up, but a bit of a tough foul there for Man United. All right, Zubamendi has it. Trying to reset. Looks like Saka is roaming. He's playing some kind of roaming role. You've got Timber. Timber gets it to Saka. Back to Odegaard. Back to Gabriel. To Saliba. Odegaard. Zubamendi. Arsenal resetting. Gabriel gets it to Rice. Rice to Zubamendi and back. All right, I think we're resetting now after that run of play. Gabriel Jesus dropping in. Gets it to passes to Timber, loses it. Nice stop. Odegaard actually doing pretty well as his false right back. Oh, what a foul. Foul, yes. Free kick, Arsenal, yeah. He gets hit from behind. Dorgu looks like he sweeps him. That's a. No, that's not a foul. I don't think that's a foul. Yeah, that's unfortunate for Dorgu. The referee sees a phantom foul. What we got, what we got. Looks like it's about 30 yards away. Probably going to cross it instead of go for goal. Declan Rice steps up to it. Let's see if he crosses it or he decides to go for goal. The way he's standing looks like he's about to cross it. He's like at an angle. Goes for the cross. Oh, what a header! Lyman stops it. That was going in. That was going in. That was a great stop by Lemons. Wow. Zubamendi gets his head on it and it's a bullet, but Lyman's stops it. Great stop. And it goes out for another Arsenal set piece. Saka steps up to it, but I prefer the Declan Rice crosses than Saka. Saka's good too, but every now and then he'll kind of overkick it or underkick it. Let's see. All right, Saka kicks it. Great cross. United get it back. Ball gets back to David Raya. %72 possession to 28. Arsenal have had 5 attempts, while Man United have had 0. Michael Carrick getting his men organized. Looks like Man United with the ball at the center circle. And Mbumo gets it, going one-on-one with Hincapié. Ooh, great pass. Declan Rice there to stop it. Get it forward, guys. What are we doing? What are we doing, Trossard? Stop dribbling and pass the ball. Saka. Ball gets back. Odegaard has it. Dribbling forward, gets it to Saka. Saka one-on-one with Dallo. Why is Dallo on that side? Cross goes in. Ball goes out. Oh, that was Luke Shaw. Sorry. I forget how tall Luke Shaw is. He looks stocky, but I believe he's like 6 foot tall. He's a pretty tall fullback. I'm surprised that Luke Shaw plays fullback instead of center back, and I'm surprised that Martinez plays center back instead of fullback. All right, Saka steps up for the cross. Cross goes in, decent. Ball bounces out. Looks like Gabriel got his head on it. Man United ball now. Decent. Doesn't, I mean, it's a bit short. It doesn't land in the center the way that Rice's crosses do. Luke Shaw has it. Maguire. Maguire carries it forward. Gets it to Ahmad. Arsenal pressing. Ball gets back to Maguire. Foul. Man United by a foul. I guess we're equal now. That wasn't a foul, but neither was the Dorgu on Saka a foul. All right. Ball goes to Ahmad. Dallo has it. To Shaw, to Dorgu. Dorgu's going to dribble, of course. Good stop. Saliba. Oh, see? Odegaard, what are you doing? Odegaard loses it trying to dribble. Okay. Gabriel Jesus has it. Relieves some of the pressure. What? Oh, he loses it. He gives it away. Man United have the ball again. Bruno Fernandez. Bruno looking, scanning. Maguire. Back to Maguire. Man United look way more organized than I've seen them. David Raya cleans it up. Timber has it, gets it to Saka. Saka gets it to Timber. Timber pushes Casemiro down, or at least that's what it looks like to the referee. That's what matters. It's what the referee sees. Not much happening. Uh, Ball just going back and forth between the two teams. Arsenal getting a few set pieces, but nothing, no clear shots on goal other than that Zubamendi header that Lamens very astutely clears. Ball gets to Mbumo. Arsenal get it back through Gabriel Jesus. Trossard has it. Over dribbling, just past the ball. Back to Saliba. Saliba to Gabriel. All the way back to David Raya. Raya to Zubamendi. Oh no, that's Rice. Sorry. Hincapié playing a little bit higher up. Gets it back to Rice. We're trying to do something on that left side. I think eventually Martinelli will probably come on just to add a little bit of defensive solidity because Man United can hurt you on the flanks. Oh man, it is freezing, y'all. It is frozen. We've got this big winter storm. Man United have it. They're just playing it out the back, getting pressed, still keeping possession, doing really well. This Man United team could do things if they just get some just, common sense management and some decent quality players instead of superstars and all this other stuff. A good foundation. I think good. They've done a little bit in that direction and bringing in players like Dorgu, Ahmad. But yeah, they've got some rebuilding to do. Ball goes up in the air. I always get concerned when the ball is in the air for Saliba. He seems to not be very confident when the ball's in the air, which I'm surprised by because of his like size. It doesn't seem to bother Gabriel, and Gabriel's like slightly shorter than Saliba. But Gabriel is just a little bit more physically aggressive, a little bit stronger, I think. I think Saliba could be that as well. Get it back to David Raya. Methodical build up. Like, share, and subscribe. Help us get 50 subscribers. That's the goal. Saliba has it running forward, dribbling. Oh, my man's showing off his striker credentials. Odegaard has it. Gets it back to Gabriel. Gabriel to Zubamendi. Back to Saliba. The ball's really being played between like the defensive mids and the defense currently. We're just building up methodically. In this situation, we need to just run it down the wings, go for the cross, try to get something. Instead of doing this slow, methodical build up, this side to side, cross goes in, Saka gets it. Ooh, Odegaard goal! Let's go! What a play! What a play! Let's go! No VAR, that's onside and everything. Yo, that's a goal from nowhere. A goal from nowhere. How did that even happen, yo? Yo, I'm glad I'm not a manager, man. I'm glad that there's a little bit of excitement going on now because like I was not expecting that at all. I was not expecting that at all. I'm talking about the methodical buildup, bro. Like being a good manager, there's something to be said about your level of intelligence and understanding of the game and your focus and your will to win. I did not see that. Crazy. I think it bounces off Martinez. Is that what happens? So Saka flicks it to Odegaard. Odegaard flicks it forward. Odegaard actually takes a shot, and it looks like it bounces off. It looks like it's an own goal. Yeah, it bounces. Oh no, it's not an own goal. Yeah, Timber kicks it from in between Martinez's legs. Wow. Okay, 1-0. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Arsenal. Come on. All right. Yep. Defensive solidity. Keep it organized. You know how you're most vulnerable after you score. After you've just scored. Okay. Now we're ticking. Uh-oh. And Mbuma 1-on-1. No. No, no, no. Oh my god. What was that? See, this is what I'm talking about. You're most vulnerable when you've just scored. And Bumo gets a one-on-one. Luckily, Saliba catches him. The defense gets set. He's unable to do anything but pass it back to Bruno, who doesn't have a clear shot, and it goes out. Not a bad shot from Bruno, but yeah, that's that. Let's not do that. Let us not do that, Arsenal. Okay. Let's not go one up and then concede immediately. Okay. This is not 2013 or whatever. Okay. Foul on Saka in the backfield by Luke Shaw, it appears. Zubamendi has it. Okay. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not give opportunities for players like Mbumo to be one on one with the goalkeeper. Push him back. Make sure that, okay, Saka, Saliba's playing really far forward. Ooh, great play from Saka. Oh, my Lord. Oh, Saka is saucing right now. Oh, he's saucing right now. Ooh, yeah. Now the game's alive a little bit. It was a little bit. Ooh, Zubin. Oh, Hancapié with the nutmeg on Dallo. Header goes in. What? They called the foul. Maguire and Jesus are tangled up, and they call the foul on Jesus. Let's see the replay. Let's see the replay of this. Where's the VAR check? Maguire and little Jesus. How tall is Maguire? Like 6'4"? Tangled up with 5'9" Gabriel Jesus, and Jesus is the aggressor here. Get out of here, man. All right. Arsenal get the ball back. All right, now let's settle down. Let's settle down because now they have to come out. Now they have to come out and they need space to run into. Okay, there we go. See, giving the ball away. Not good. Looks like it was a handball. Looks like it was a handball from oh yeah, what a play. Yeah, the ball bounces up, Saka rebounds it. Odegaard shoots, but it goes to like in between the legs of. Oh wow! So Timber didn't even touch it. That is strange. I don't know who touched the ball there. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh my god! The lack of focus. The lack of focus. What is going on, Saliba? Saliba, what is going on? Why are you being like just switching off, man? What are we doing? Come on, dude. We're 1-0 up. Stop giving them these opportunities. You've got all of this control, and now we've had like two brain farts within 5 minutes. Come on, come on, come on. Get it forward to Timber. Let's go, Timber. Come on, push forward. Timber to Saka. Let's go. Come on. Control, guys. Control. Focus and control. We're a goal up in the first half. No, guys. Focus. Come on. The game is becoming a little bit chaotic. We don't need this. Line breaking pass. Very good. Bruno gets it to Casemiro, it seems. Casemiro gets it wide to Dallo. Dallo crosses, bounces off. United corner. Come on, guys. Come on. This chaos is not good. What are we doing? Bruno is mad. That's one thing you can take advantage of is Bruno's anger. Maguire looking around. Corner goes in. Let's stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Oh my lord, man. We're giving them too many opportunities. Giving them way too many opportunities. Ball goes out. Guys, guys, we are all over the place right now. We're a goal up. There is no reason for us to allow them opportunities and chances to get close to our goal. That's a very good cross. Who was that? That's Ahmad. Very good cross from Ahmad. United have the ball once again. Play back to the keeper, it looks like. Maguire gets it to the keeper. Keeper kicks forward. No one there but Saliba to receive it. Pass it, Saliba. Come on. All right. Looks like Man United are pressing now. Because they smell. Come on, guys. How many mistakes? How many mistakes? How many mistakes are we going to make? How many goddamn mistakes are we going to make? What is this, man? How many goddamn mistakes? How many mistakes are you going to make back to back? You just gave away a 1-0 lead. Oh, and you messed up multiple times. And you got Saliba here diddling on the ball, and then Zubamendi just hands it back to Mbumo. Oh my god. This is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about. This is a must-win game, and this is the sort of goal that you concede. Just giving them the goal. Incredibly moronic goal to give away. Oh my god, man, I'm speechless. Again, this seems to be the pattern. This seems to be the pattern. And every time I got to talk to Arsenal fans and have them tell me, "Oh, what you see is not what's actually happening." No, actually, our field tilt and our XG and our stats are really good. We're gonna win the stats Premier League, the XG Premier League, or field tilt. I'm disgusted by that goal. That is complete. That is horrific. After a good run of play, then you have multiple mistakes. You know what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. It's about a pattern of screwing up. And now we're in a chaotic match with Man United, and this is how they like. This is their type of game, a chaotic game. This is how they score goals. Ridiculous, completely ridiculous. Made multiple mistakes back to back, 4 or 5 mistakes, and then eventually, of course, you're going to get punished. You keep giving them opportunities, you're going to concede a goal. Ridiculous. Now we got to speed things up because it's coming down to the half. And here we go again with another wasted half. Any good work we did completely spoiled by that goal. Ridiculous. Man, this is what I'm talking about. You know what the stakes are. And this is the sort of play that we see. All they have to do is press us. That's all you got to do to beat Arsenal. All you got to do is just press us. We lose control, put the ball in the air towards Saliba. He doesn't know what to do. You press him, he doesn't know what to do. That's his weakness. Wow. Momentum just shifted. Martinez with it, passes it back to Lemons. Come on, guys. Come on, guys, with the bad passes. Here we go. Here we go with Liverpool and Nottingham Forest. Number 3. This is the number 3 type performance we've seen. Actually, no, we've seen it multiple times, but this is the stark, obvious, obvious repeat of these games. Let's just keep giving the ball away. Ahmad one on one with Hincapié. Ball bounces off Hincapié, goes out. Corner for Man United. See, now we're on the back foot. And it switches on a dime because these players are there's a psychological problem. As I said, there is a mental weakness creeping into this team. Right now, in the past 10 or so minutes, not title winning form, not title winning mentality. Ahmad cross goes in. Good cross once again. Raya runs out to kick it out. United get the ball back. Arsenal on the counter. They get it to Trossard. To me, he's been quite anonymous. Haven't been impressed by Trossard. Cross goes in. Bad cross. Odegaard runs for it. Of course, he can't fight. Of course, Odegaard has no strength to fight anybody off. So he just pulls down Casemiro. Definitely not Casemiro. He's definitely not going to fight off Casemiro. But here we go. Typical bullshit. United get the ball. Now they're the ones on the front foot. We're the ones that look disoriented. Ball goes up in the air. See, yeah, you're just targeting Saliba in the air. That's what you got to do because he is just, he gets nervous. Here we go with Odegaard. He's going to over dribble as he always does. Gets it to Jesus. Jesus, it just bounces off of him. Jesus is not having a very good game. What are we going to do with these strikers? What are we going to do with these strikers, man? Oh, these strikers that can't shoot. We got strikers that can't dribble. Strikers that they can't just, do the typical striker things. Do everything else, but definitely not strike. So what do you call them? False strikers. That's what they are. Luke Shaw has it. Dude, I'm just waiting for the Man United second goal because the way that we were playing right now, we're just all over the place. We don't even look defensively sound. And now we've got Saka playing all the way back into the corner. Gets fouled by Martinez. Yeah, we've looked like we looked at Nottingham Forest and Liverpool. We've looked that way for the last 15 minutes. And my concern is when the next half starts, is it going to be the same story where we look like Nottingham Forest and the Liverpool match for the entire second half? Because it looks like we're going to go into the half again having let a lead uh let a lead go and let the other team come into the game and then have them just dominate us for the whole entire second half. Right now, we're not getting any possession. The ball is just we're just losing it. We're losing it. We're making mistakes. Ridiculous. Come on, guys. Can we hurry up and throw the ball in? Ball gets headed. It looks like Jesus is having some trouble fighting off these defenders. Oh, Trossard gives it away. This is what I'm talking about. What happened to the precise passing? Why do we keep passing the ball and completely missing our man and having it just bounce off of a defender and giving possession away back? Ball goes up in the air. Yeah, they're just going to target Saliba in the air. If you want to get the ball forward, just target Saliba in the air. And Mbumo shoots it. Oh, tries to chip the keeper. Yeah, they're feeling themselves now. Man United are feeling themselves now. They know that they could get something. A little bit, include a little bit of chaos into the game, and you can get something out of Arsenal. Absolute howler of a goal to give away. And this is a typical story. How many times have we seen that this season? Unnecessary goals given away. When Gabriel tried to, like, I don't know what he was doing because he just passed directly to the striker. I think that was in the Bournemouth game. Passed it directly to the Bournemouth striker. We're gonna have to just play hoofball now. Yeah, looks like Jesus is unable to like battle against these Man United players. Got about 30 seconds left in the half. What are we gonna do, guys? Are we gonna dribble it around and wait for the whistle to blow? Is that what we're gonna do? Here we go. Jesus again. Ball bounces off of him. He can't fight off. Yeah, United get the ball back. Yeah, this is horrible right now. We went from winning to just losing our minds from when we scored the goal. It has been a terrible performance. And now what are we going to get? We're going to get another terrible performance in the second half. All right. We'll be lucky to get out with a draw. All right. The half goes now. It's 1-1 at the half. So we have had another half that we've wasted. We're going to go into the second half, and the same thing is going to happen where the other team is going to be in control of the entire second half, and we're going to be lucky to leave with a draw in this match. Because Man United have looked better than we have for the last like 15, 20 minutes since we've scored the goal. Real questions have to be asked about this team. You talk to Arsenal fans, and what they will do is they're going to gaslight and talk about all these statistical indicators that are supposed to prove that how we're supposed to be winning the league. When you can see it with your own eyes, the lack of focus, the lack of control that gets us to concede an unnecessary goal. You can see when Saliba gets nervous, when players get close to him. He doesn't know what to do. And you've got these anonymous players. Now that we're at the half, let's do a little look at the performances of individuals in this game. Okay. I'm not going to go through the entire team, but first of all, let me try to be positive for the positive Arsenal fans. Okay. We've had good performances from Gabriel, from Hincapie, from Timber, of course, he's done really well. Saka's done very well. Rice has done very well. Okay, so those players have done well. Zubimendi has done well until the point of giving away that howler of a goal. Okay, he almost scored a goal himself. He did pretty well so far in helping control the game, but now he's just absolutely lost his mind. Maybe this is something to do with Zubimendi. You know what I mean? I'm not a manager, but maybe it's this guy that is really kind of a little bit flimsy, and it causes the entire team to become flimsy. Right? I'm looking at Zubimendi for giving away that goal. For me, that's a terrible. I don't care what you've done so far in the game. That is a howler of a goal to give away, especially when you're supposed to be the controller in the game. You're supposed to be the single pivot that spreads the ball out and organizes the team, or helps to organize the team, right? Then you've got a player like Leandro Trossard, who's been anonymous and unable to deal with the physicality of Dallo and some of these, the like Maguire and some of these other defenders, right? Jesus, totally anonymous. Anonymous player so far. Hasn't really been involved. Odegaard did really well in the beginning. Actually helped out on the right side against Dorgu. But again, since the goal, totally anonymous. Right? He's supposed to be the guy that gets on the ball and to the team, in attacking positions and doing all that. He did really well for a few really good passes. He didn't diddle on the ball like he normally does. But Still not good enough. You know, that's like the standard that you would want from just a regular player. But if you're the captain, again, you have higher standards and you're not meeting those standards. But yeah, that's again, are we going to see in the second half what we saw against Nottingham Forest most recently, against Liverpool before that, against Chelsea when they were down to 10 men, against Sunderland, right? It's like we're adding more and more. Every time I make this comment, I get the response that, oh, not every game can be perfect. But I'm not talking about individual games. I'm talking about a stretch of like 7 games. Okay. We're into game week like 22 right now, right? Game week 23. You can't, as the potential title winners, you cannot go 7 games with these sorts of performances and win unless the rest of the league is so bad that you have just frauded your way into a league trophy, right? For me, that's fine if that's the actual end result. If you were able to look into the future and say, oh yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna, we're just gonna fraud our way. We're not gonna perform well, but due to other teams not playing well, we're just gonna kind of walk the league. We're just gonna win it off of just a technicality, pretty much, right? I don't care. No fan would care in that sense. But again, no one knows what the future holds. We don't know that Man City isn't going to make a run now. You know what I mean? We don't know any of that. All we know is based on the information that we have currently, the performances that we have put in recent matches, and overall so far through the season. The sample size is big enough for us to understand that there is an issue right now with Arsenal in the league. We've talked about the fact that we are not scoring goals. We've talked about the fact that our play is really slow and methodical, and how our strikers are not scoring goals for us. And we've got 3 strikers, and none of them are goal scorers for some reason. Okay. So, uh, like, we know that there is a pattern that is developed currently with this team, and it's a negative pattern. How are we going to win this league? We've lost a league title having been 8 points ahead of the league leaders because they just locked into gear. And then what we were doing was dropping points in a bunch of draws, mainly against mid table teams. And right now, you can look at Man United and you can say this is a mid table team. Yeah, sure, it's Man United, but Man United haven't been good in many years. You don't judge a season off of how you do, you know what I mean, of beating Man United unless like you're losing to them. You don't judge your season on yeah ridiculous. Oh, good lord, good lord. I'm rewatching this goal that we gave away to Man United. Yeah, Zubamendi knows what he just did, but again, it wasn't just him. It was Saliba. Saliba like hesitated on the ball. Looking around, instead of dribbling, instead of getting out of trouble, he let the Man United player get closer and closer to him. Okay. And then decided to panic and pass it to Zubamendi, who's not in a great position. But then what happens is that Zubamendi also panics and then tries to, I guess he was trying to pass it across field to Gabriel, but then essentially just gives it to Mbumo. He just hands it over to Mbumo just to here, have a free goal. That wasn't the only mistake either. There were multiple mistakes leading up to that goal. You know, incredible. Yeah, like Mbuma was one on one with David Raya, like maybe 2 minutes before that, and then is unable to get the shot off, so he gives it back to Bruno, and Bruno misses. But how many mistakes are you going to make? All avoidable. These are not some like forced errors, some product of Man United playing well. It is a product of mental weakness. And we've seen it over and over. Ridiculous. And this is a must win game as far as I'm concerned. I want to come out and say we're not winning the league, guys. We're not going to win the league. I've seen it too much. We're not going to win the league. This is not league winning mentality, and I want this team to prove me wrong. I don't want to be right. I don't care about being right. But we're not winning this league. This is not the mentality that league winners present. Because if we're going to drop points against Man United, we still have to go away to Manchester City. You think Manchester City are going to let us walk out having taken points off of them, considering the way that we've played? Because you know they do their homework. They look and see how have other teams taken points off of Arsenal. And what do? They employ the same tactics. In this case, it's very simple. Just press. That's all you got to do is press. Have enough athletes in your team that have enough stamina to be able to press during the game. If the ball's in the air on Saliba, press him. That's what we're going to do. We're going to kick the ball forward towards Saliba and press him. They can get another goal. This is going to this for me right now. It looks like we're going to be lucky to get out with a point and still remain 5 points ahead of our closest rivals. Aston Villa won today, and Man City won yesterday soundly, no problems. But here we are struggling against Man United, a team that was in complete disarray and had to get rid of their manager who was pretty much holding them back. Us, the so-called league leaders and big bad tough Arsenal. I want to see the proactive response that Arteta has in the second half. Is he going to drop some of these players? Really, I think Trossard needs to come off. I think Jesus also needs to. I don't know. Maybe Havertz needs to come on. I don't know. Havertz hasn't had a game in so long. Would he be able to play an entire 45 minutes and help us win this match? Help us with the control because it looks like Jesus is not able to deal with the physicality of the Man United players. That's why you see him like dropping in like to help defend against Dorgu. And how are we going to score a goal when we don't even have a guy up front? And you can't rely on someone like Gyökeres coming on and doing anything. Yeah, sure, cool. You scored a goal against Inter in the Champions League. Big whoop. He'll come on and all he'll do is end up just wrestling in the center circle with Maguire. Are we going to see it again, guys? Are we going to see another half? We're going to see another Liverpool Nottingham Forest half? That's what I expect. We've seen it too many times. They say past performance is an indicator of future performance. Let's see what Arsene Wenger says. Oh man, they got it in Arabic. Yep. Watching the Arabic feed. We'll look at what Arsene Wenger says. They got him in the BN Sports studio. We'll see what the old man has to say. Yeah. So he's making the point that when we scored the goal, Saka receives the ball and the United players immediately press him. So they're being directed to press on possession, which is exactly what you need to do. And the goal that they conceded, it was off of a very good play from all those involved. But again, it was somewhat of a fluke goal. It wasn't a clear striker hits the ball and it gets into the back of the net. Yeah, it looks like Man United are here to win this game. They're not here to just get a draw, right? Players are back on the pitch. Let's see, Arsenal. What are we going to do? All right. We need big game. We need a big second half. Let's see. We've got Trossard back on. Really, if Trossard doesn't do anything substantial, then the guy needs to just come off. He needs to come off early and just, put on, I guess, put on Martinelli. At least that way we can have some defensive solidity. All right, Mikel. What tactics are you going to employ that are going to revert what just happened in that first half? Declan Rice, center circle, kicks it. David Raya. David Raya kicks it forward. Lemons receives it. United ball once again. Here we go. Conceding possession immediately. Yeah. Is this like a strategy? What? Oh yeah, let's just give them the ball. Let's give them the ball and try to hit them on the counter. Is that what we're doing now? Okay. United have it. Kick it forward. Yeah. See, they're kicking the ball up in the air towards Saliba, and it's working. Arsenal ball. Hincapia with the throw in. Looks like. Oh, never mind. I thought Victor Yokeres was about to start warming up. He was just picking up a jacket. Yeah, dude, it's ugly, man. Look at we're giving away the ball again. Disorganized players out of position. Bad passes. Zubamendi again passes it behind Saka. Ball, yeah. Dorgu gets the ball off of Saka. Yeah, you know what I mean. Again, we're back to it, guys. Tell me again, Arsenal fans, how good are we, guys? Tell me again how good we are and what field tilt we have and statistics and all that. When we're getting dominated for the entirety of the end of a half and then going into the second half, giving the ball away immediately, losing the ball, losing the physical battle. Yeah, bad passes, bad decision making. All right, come on, Timber. Did I say Timber did well the first half? Uh, Saka. See, ball. Nobody there to get. It's just all over the place. What are we doing? I'm trying to stay positive. Jesus needs to come off. Jesus fouls Maguire, I guess. Gives away a free kick. We're all over the place. We are all over the place. This is frustrating, man. What are we doing? Oh boy. Yeah, we just keep giving the ball back to them, and they're just like beating us to the physical battle, and like, well, this is a repeat of like back in the day when people would criticize Arsenal for being weak and having small technical players that were losing duels and whatnot. And we thought that we got past this, but it seems like it's creeping back in, and it's not due to these players not being able to physically dominate teams. It's due to the mentality, I think. Lack of focus. Yeah, it's wild. And Bumo has it. Yep. And Man United retain possession. I really can't wait for some delusional Arsenal fan just to come up and talk to me about field tilt. Look at this. They're just dribbling around us. Shot, goal. Wow. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Dorgu just dribbles past everyone, juggling the ball, juggling the ball around everyone, whips it, goes into, bounces off the crossbar and goes into the back of the goal. Man United 2-1. That's what I'm saying. We're going to be lucky to get out of here with a draw. Title contenders? Bottlers is more like it. Oh my god. Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. Absolute crap. Another absolute crap performance. Another absolute crap result now. We're not getting lucky. No more lucky goals. Absolute crap. Can't get our foot on the ball. They're beating us physically. They keep getting the ball back. And now it's just, oh man. It's a real task having to like watch along these kinds of matches. This is absolute garbage, and we've seen it. This is not new. We've seen this. Stop talking to me about title winners. Stop talking to me about title winners. The guy juggles through our entire team, strikes it, almost misses, still scores. We almost get lucky that time. We're all over the place. What's going on? Where's all the control and the, you know, look at this. Dorgo again running at us. Yeah, just whooping us. We can't do anything. He's really having his way with Timber, which I am shocked by. Yeah, Dorgu is just having his way with Timber right now. Look at this. Nervous. They're pressing us. Gabriel Jesus can't reach it. Get this guy off, man. I'm done. Yep. And now they're running at us. Guys, can we get some control in the game? We have to score soon. We're not going to get a win if we don't score soon. Or forget a win. I'm sorry, a draw, because that's what we're going to get here. If we get anything, it's going to be a draw. Look at this lack of control on the ball. Right? It's like the basics. Why are we forgetting the basics? Controlling the ball, passing the ball, and getting and having the your teammate receive it. It's just the basics. Where are the basics, guys? Saka shoots it, defended. We get the ball back. Jesus anonymous. Yo, what? Yo, Martinez deserves a red, man. I'm sorry. That's a red card right there. That's a red card. This guy punched him in the back of the head. What is this, bro? This is a red card foul. What are we talking about, yo? What are we talking about? Yo, I hate that little fucking little rat, bro. This guy just punched Jesus in the back of the head. That's a red card, dude. That's a red card, bro. How you gonna punch him in the back of the head? Punch him in the chest and then punch him in the back of the head. Get this guy out of here. I hope you get injured again, you little brat. Over here punching players. Cross goes in, bounces out. Arsenal reset. It looks like the only way we get goals is just set pieces. We're not gonna get goals any other way. We don't have anyone to score. We've got strikers that can't do anything. Really, I think Mikel Marino needs to play up front because these strikers that we have are just garbage. Shot, free kick, Man United. We put a little bit of pressure on them. Yeah, Jesus off. Ben White coming on for. Yeah, it looks like Jokeres is on. Let's see. Oh, okay. So Martin Odegaard coming off to 57th minute for Marino. What the bro? Oh, these players. Zubamendi off. Get off. Terrible. Eze coming on. He made 4 changes. Hincapié off for Ben White. That's weird. I wouldn't have expected Ben White to play left back. Arteta is livid. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? Absolute, absolute garbage. Come on, guys. What are we doing? We've dropped this same exact performance so many times this season. And now the lead is going to be cut down to 4. Does anyone think that we're going to hold on to a 4-point lead against Man City? Aston Villa might come and win it because we don't want this league. Like I said last time, we don't want it. We don't want this league. Here we go with Jokeres, static, doing nothing, playing with 10 men again because Jokeres is on. Should have actually put Marino up front. I don't even care if you keep Odegaard in, but Arsenal throw in. Like, share, subscribe. Help your boy out. Give me something to enjoy, man, other than watching Arsenal play. Come on, man. Saliba again, hesitating on the ball. Lucky not to get pressed and losing the ball again. Stop passing it in the back. Just get it forward, guys. We don't have time. We don't have time to be doing this like pass around nonsense. Eze gets on it. I feel like Eze came in for Trossard. I don't see, is Trossard on the pitch? Is he must be wide because I don't, yeah, he's still on the pitch. Corner for Arsenal. Yeah, I mean now that Man United are up a goal, they're incentivized to see this one out. They're going to frustrate us, and I don't see us getting a goal off a. I mean that's all we're going to have to do is just whip set pieces in. That's it. Try to get set pieces and just whip them in because we're not offering any kind of attacking threat. Playing with 10 men with Jokeres. This guy, man, this friggin' tractor, this tractor of a footballer. Ball goes out. Arsenal throw in. We don't want this league, guys. Nope. The lead gets cut down to 4 points, guys. Are we going to keep a lead of 4 points on Man City? Saka has it, whips in the cross. Nothing. Lemons clears it up. Ugh. Wow. Michael Carrick putting on a clinic for Mikel Arteta. We have done nothing to respond. A bunch of changes, but these guys, you're what are you getting this big check for if this is how you're going to play? And now some more players come on to embarrass themselves, like Eze. He gets criticized for not really offering much. 63rd minute. Still don't see us doing anything. Like, when a goal is coming. And so far, I haven't seen the likelihood for Man United to concede a goal because they've been doing really well maintaining possession. Rice gets a yellow. Apparently, it's a foul on Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, stamps on his foot. First yellow of the game. Frustration. Yeah, we don't want this. We don't want this league, guys. We just keep giving it away. Just keep giving it away. We're just placeholders, man. We just placeholder FC. It's just a bookmark. For United, this is the best case scenario because now they can just do what they're best at and hit us on the counter. We have to come out and try to score a goal. So what they're going to do is just be tight defensively, force us out to the wings, and then hit us on the counter. And they have the players to hurt us. Terrible shot. Declan Rice skies it, misses the goal completely. Yeah, these players are clearly frustrated. They're unable to cool themselves down and deal with adversity. That is a sign of title winners, and I don't see it. I don't see us winning anything this season. How about that? These sorts of performances, I don't see us winning anything. We get hyped over beating Inter Milan in the Champions League, playing these weak European sides, and then we talk about, all right, this is how we're going to perform against like Man United. No, they're totally two different things. David Raya again getting pressed and almost giving it away. Here we go. Saliba runs forward. Ball gets to Saka. No foul. Stop calling for the foul and just keep playing. We don't have time for stoppages really. We need to just score. And we're not threatening. This is typical. We're going to keep these types of performances. We're going to keep doing this. Either we're going to draw games or we're going to lose games because we can't score clear goals and we can't control matches and our players are liable to get anxious and do nonsense. And here we go with Jokeres receiving it out wide because he can't play through the middle. Landro Trossard, who's been completely anonymous. We were saying that he had a good, probably his best run of form in his career, but I think that's over now. I think that was just only like a 2 month stretch, 2 3 month stretch where Leandro Trossard was playing really well, but now he's just fallen off. I think I've seen it too many times in the past few games where he over dribbles and then he loses the ball. Bad passes again. Instead of getting it to Saka, Ben White passes it out, to past the touchline. Yeah, this is an incoming L, guys. Incoming L. Bad mentality. And all the Arsenal fans, they're panning into the fans in the stadium. They all have the same thought about the fact that we're not going to win the league. If we let a 4 point lead go, if we let an 8 point lead go, what? Who says we're not going to let a 4 point lead go? Past history is the best indicator of future behavior. And Bumo comes off for Cunha, right? So now they're going to put us under pressure. Now they're going to set it up for Cunha to get one on one with Raya or something. And it's going to be 3-1 3-1 Man United. The only player for Arsenal that's doing well right now is Bukayo Saka. And here we go with Victor Gyökeres. Victor Gyökeres getting muscled by this little rat. Do something, bro. If the guy is gonna is doing what he's doing, he's just like slapping players. I hate Martinez. Look at this. Watch this. This guy is slapping players and grabbing them by the face. Look at this guy. He's grabbing players by somebody put an elbow into his face. Somebody elbow this dude and then dare the referee to say that's a foul. Because you're letting this little rat get away with all that shit. This guy hasn't even been carded yet for punching Jesus twice inside the box. That should have been a red card and a penalty, but I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not going to use that as an excuse for losing this match. It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse for these Liverpool matches, or the Forest match, the handball and all that. None of that is an excuse. Because we didn't deserve to win any of those games. And right now our record is going to be what? It's going to be in the past like 5 games is what? Like 4 draws and a loss or something? Right? Or something like that. 3 draws, a loss and a win. That's what it's going to be, right? In the league. Don't talk to me about Champions League or League Cup or FA Cup. Here we go. Here we go with Gyökeres. Can't fight off this little rat. And then he's over here playing wide, trying to cross it. Like, what player is this? Yeah, and the ball bounces up to Lamens. He, easily just receives it. We're in the 70th minute, guys. Disaster game right here. At home against Man United. Who we should have lost to at the beginning of the season. Now they're calling for a handball by Maguire. Well, again, it's not going to get checked. It's not going to get checked. But I'm not mad. I don't care about these bad refereeing decisions. We're not supposed to leave it up to the referees. We know this. We know how the referees are going to do. We know they're not going to make these calls, and they're incentivized to make this like an interesting league campaign. And it's our job to just put these games away and leave no room for any debate. But we're not doing it. It's the opposite. We've had some lucky wins. Some lucky wins, some lucky draws. Here we go. Dorgu gets the ball. Cunha, man, that could have been 3-0 right there. 3-0 right there. Ball drops into the box. They just keep getting the ball back. You know what I'm saying? This is, again, it's the same thing. Don't talk to me about GA, okay, or XG, or field tilt. Don't talk to me about, we've won this game and that game. We're trying to win the league, and this is the sort of performance that we put up, and we get the deserved result. 72 minutes in, and Man United are still just, comfortable. So comfortable that you got Maguire running down the wing. That's how comfortable they are. They've got Harry Maguire running down the wing. Look at it. And the ball just bounces back to Man United. We look like a mid-table team. We look like Man United. And we got Man United looking like Man City. Absolute disaster of a game right now. And I don't see I don't see us switching on. I don't see us responding. This is an indictment of everyone, including the manager, especially the manager. Because we all saw this performance coming. I saw this performance coming. I wasn't confident. How can you be 7 points at the top of the league coming into play a mid-table team that has gotten rid of their manager after losing so many games? Okay, Trossard crosses in, Lamens receives it. Man, this is Can we just get to the result? Can we just end this game? Can we just end this game? Just end the game now. We're doing nothing. Look at this. Heading the ball goes straight back to Man United. They can just keep the ball. They can just keep it. Look at this, man. And we've got Henri in the crowd watching this nonsense. We even got Ian Wright in the crowd watching this nonsense. What is this, man? Because it's a big game. It's Man United Arsenal, right? I think we're regressing. We've done a lot to improve. We've done a lot to make up for previous eras, but now we're regressing. Look, we can't even get a pass off. We can't get a pass off. Can't get a pass off. Here we go. Madueke coming on for Saka. It looks like gotta be, unless he's coming on for Trossard. Saka's been the only one that's actually played well. Coming on for Trossard. We've got Saka. We've got oh jeez, I'm so flabbergasted right now. I can't even get my words right. We got Madueke coming on for Trossard because we need more attacking power. So now we've used up all five of our bench options here. Man United ready for the throw in. Throw in goes in. Ball goes out again. Man United throw. We can't even keep possession. We can't even keep possession. The indictment of how bad we've been, even in the first half, is that it was like 72% to what was it? It was like 72% to like 28% possession. And that was like in the middle of the first half. At the end of the first half, it was down to like 58% to, you know, 42%. So we like gave up a lot of possession there. You know, we dropped off 20% possession from when we scored the goal. Look at this. This is awful. This is an awful match. Awful performance. We can't control the ball. All the basics are gone. Can't control the ball. Can't deal with even the lightest pressing. Forget the league. We're not winning anything this season. Looks like Saka moved to the left and Madueke stayed on the right. Okay. You have to keep Saka on because he's the only good player. Eze, completely anonymous. Good pass. Defended by United well. 76th minute, going into the 77th. I don't think there will be a lot of extra time in this. Oh, passes out. Madueke, bro. Another brainless player, man. Another brainless player. Oh. Another terrible pass. Tried to thread it to Ben White. And now it's 4 points, guys. Man United are in the top four with 38 points. And now we only have 4 points separating us from Aston Villa and Man City. I'm pretty much resigned to losing this match. We're going to see these performances constantly the rest of this season. That's why we're not winning this league. We're in multiple competitions, yes. Yeah, Man United have the advantage of playing only one game a week. So they're a little bit fresher. But we supposedly have some really good, like a really good squad. It doesn't seem that way because the squad members that we brought in, they all look garbage. We've got Jokeres, who looks garbage. We've got Jesus, who's the same old Jesus. Like, you know, he'll come in early on, score a goal, look good, then nothing, right? Can't score, will dribble and whatnot, but will, like, typically he'll be easily beaten. Dorgu holding his hamstring. Yeah, that's not a foul. Yeah, it's Dorgu pulling Ben White back, and then it looks like he pulled something maybe, or he's just killing time. But yeah, this is shameful. Messing up my entire week, man. I thought I was gonna at least have like a good, we're all snowed in. Thought I was gonna have a good weekend, just enjoying maybe highlights and respond and reactions. And now it's an ugly one. It's a real ugly one. Both goals are because of Zubamendi. Zubamendi is involved in both goals. He is the culprit here, man. I mean, they're all the culprit, but Zubamendi is especially. Sorry, I got people just running up in here. Like, what's going on? What is all this anger? Michael Carrick really putting on a clinic for Mikel Arteta. What are we gonna do now, guys? With 10 minutes left on the clock. Saka cross goes in. Header goes out. Jokeres. At least he got his head on it. At least he actually used his body for once. Gets up in the air. I guess he's saying it came off of one of the United defenders. Dude, we haven't even seen the referee shenanigans really start. Imagine, only 4 points away from our closest title contenders. And the referee shenanigans haven't really started like that. We saw the handball at Forest. We see the handball here at United. But you can't complain because United really deserve to win this match. Ball bounces off of the United player. David Raya runs out to receive it. We're all over the place. I don't get it, man. It's like as soon as we concede, we kind of just fall off. Where's the resiliency? Because I've seen Man City concede 2 goals, come back 3-2. Same thing with Liverpool. Corner for Arsenal. Benjamin Sesko takes a ball to the face. He's a little bit disoriented by it, seems. If we get out of here with a draw, it's like the most undeserved draw. What are we doing, guys? Lamens kicks it out. Arsenal get it back. Saka. Come on, somebody get in the box. Lamens knocks it out. He's done pretty well. Saka shot at the near post, really good. Saka's really been the only one. Yeah, wow, that would have been a crazy goal if Saka had scored that. Wow, good stop by Lemons. I think Man United may have found at least like a somewhat competent goalkeeper. They don't have the mistakes that Onana was known for. Goal, Arsenal. Set piece goal. 7 minutes left on the clock. I'm not excited. Set piece goal. That's the only way we're going to score is set pieces. That's why we're not winning this league. The set pieces are sustainable, but we're not winning the league like that. This got me furious. I'm gonna have to do a post game with a certain United fan. Yeah, that's a goal. Unless they VAR it, is it offside? No, not offside. What are they? Yeah. Why are we? Why are we litigating this? Yeah, it went. Yeah, it was fully across the goal. There's no question. Yeah. Marino up front. Eze in the 10. 4, 2, 3, 1. Simple. Odegaard on the bench. Jokeres on the bench. Jesus on the bench. Simple. Stop with this single pivot. Odegaard always has to start because he's the captain. This guy keeps getting hooked. We know he's not doing well because he keeps getting hooked. If we win this match, I'm still not going to celebrate. Actually, no, I will celebrate if we win this match. But I'll celebrate because we won the match, not because I think we're actually going to do anything in the league. Because we're putting in these same performances every week. We could lose it. Man United could actually still win this as well. Here we go with Saliba running down the wing again. What are you doing, Saliba? Okay. Gets it out to Madueke. Madueke, moron of a player. Moron of a player. Get out of here, bro. This is what I'm talking about. Listen, don't tell Arsenal fans about these players that come in and Arsenal fans get mad about it and are like, "Yo, why are you bringing in these players?" Because we know these players and we watch them. And these directors of football look at statistics and this is his speed of running and the potential opportunities he may create and blah blah blah, right? All these hypotheticals. Here we go. Here we go. Man United shoot. Goal. Oh my god. Oh my god. Cunha. Deserved. The indignity is deserved, man. The indignity is deserved. Game winner. Yeah, we don't deserve this, man. We don't deserve this win. We don't deserve this league. We don't deserve to win anything this season. It would have been unfair for Man United to leave this match without the 3 points. Our season is done. Imagine being at the top of the league and your season is done. See, weakness right there. Who gave it away? Marino, man. How, bro? How, Marino? Incredible shot. I don't really blame Gabriel. That's a hard one to stop. But how is it that Marino and Rice are unable to stop this attack? They have a striker that can score by shooting at the goal instead of whatever the hell Jokeres and Jesus do. Here we go again. Here we go again. Top of the league, and this is what we're doing. Top of the league with 2 minutes left on the clock. Giving away a game winner. Wow. Timber. Let's slow build up, guys. We've got a minute and a half left on regular time, and let's just do some slow build up, guys. Eberiche Eze, not impressed, my guy. Not impressed. Look at this. Yeah, slow build up, losing possession, running back to our goal. Man United pressing us. Right? This is what you do. Simple. All you have to do is press Arsenal. That's all you have to do is just press us. Because we can do all the tactics in the world and all the slow build up play, but when it comes to the basics, can't do the basics. Get out of here, man. Here we go with Eze doing what? Okay, losing the ball again. Here we go. Who is that? Jokeres gets it back to Eze. Ugh. Oh, stinky. Corner kick. 90th minute is about to come. And then what do we got? How much extra time? 4 minutes? 7 minutes? Wow. Wow. 7 minutes? I would be livid if I'm a Man United fan. I don't think 7 minutes is the right call here. Man United ball, foul in the box. Yep, foul in the box. Eze pulls Cunha down. You see what Man United are doing? Something that we don't do. When we're a goal up, what do? We sit back and invite pressure. What do Man United do when they're a goal up? At the end of the match, still pressing, still running forward, trying to score another goal. Man, all the opposition fans are going to be eating good. This right here is a fantastic result for them. And I'm not just talking about City and Villa. I'm pretty much talking about most of the league. To see the league leaders be humbled like this, playing at home against Man United. This is a repeat, guys. It's a repeat. Our eyes are not lying to us. Our eyes are not lying to us. We've seen it. We don't need to talk about stats. Okay? Leave the stats to the manager and his team of coaches. We see it with our eyes. Martin Odegaard, not good. Victor Jokeres, not good. Eberechi Eze, a lot of questions about Eberechi Eze. Zubamendi, some questions about Zubamendi. The mentality of this team, very questionable. We see it with our eyes. We don't need to look at some standard regression model or whatever. I don't need to look at a chart. I'm not a baseball fan. Arsenal again. Let's slow build up, guys. Let's slow build up. Man United looks so much better under Carrick. Saliba, again, cross, bounces off the United player, goes out for a throw in. We're in the 93rd and a half minute of 7 minutes of extra time. Terrible pass. Cunha tries to chip Raya. Doesn't do it. Or I think it was Bruno. Oh, that would have been insult to injury right there. Come on. Why are we passing it back around the back? There's not much time left and we're a goal down. Madueke has done nothing since he came on. That's another one, man. Chelsea just rinsing us. Absolutely rinsing us. Every time for these bums. Havertz and Madueke. Willian and Sterling. And Czech. Just rinsing us every time. The only way they're able to pay for anything is just off of Arsenal money. Just finessing us. Here we go, Victor Gyökeres again. Just, backing into players and doing nothing. See, Saka getting pressed, not able to do anything. Kick the ball forward, guys. Do something different. Nothing. Lyman's cleans it up. 2 minutes left on the clock. Really, I've been so angry in the past weeks that I'm not even as angry as you would expect, given the result of this match. And as I've said before, with the other matches that we have squeaked through a draw, it's not about the result, it's about the performance. That should have been a foul. Marino pushes Cunha down. Madueke does nothing. Cross goes in, terrible cross. United defend it well. Come down, yeah. I think this is pretty much it. We're in the final minute of extra time. Luke Shaw goes down, holding his head. Yeah, this game is over with. All right, guys, that's how many losses is that for the season? We lost to we lost to we lost to Villa. We lost to Liverpool. Lost to United. I could have sworn there was another loss. There's a few games that felt like losses that ended in a draw, but yeah, Arsenal fans, what's going on? Be positive, guys. Be positive. We're at the top of the league, guys. Be positive. It's not like we haven't won the league for 21 years. It's not like we're putting in terrible performances and getting beat at home by the worst Man United team in history. Oh, Victor Gyökeres, you scrub. Victor Gyökeres, you scrub. You absolute scrub. Get out of here, man. Send this guy to freaking send this Yeti back to the freaking Alps or something, man. What a scrub. Man United ball. Ref is going to whistle. Game over. Yep. Tell me again, Arsenal fans. How are we doing? How are we doing? Should we be happy? Yep. Man United game. Should we be happy? We're top of the league, guys. Guys, we're at the top of the league. We've got 4 points on Man City and Aston Villa, guys. We've done really well playing against Man United. We put in some really good performances, guys. Put in some really good performances against Liverpool, against again yeah, against Man United, against Liverpool, against Nottingham Forest. We did really well to get a draw against a 10-man Chelsea. You know what I mean? We did really well to concede late goals and lose to Aston Villa. Real mentality monsters. We're 4 points up, guys. Don't be negative. Don't be negative, guys. Ridiculous, man. Zeros for everyone. The only person that gets any points is Saka. He did well. Zeros for everyone. Ridiculous. Mikel Arteta, this. And everybody gets a zero. The last few games I've been giving low scores to, right? Now everybody gets a zero. I wasn't giving zeros out before, but now people get zeros. Because this is consistently happening. Consistent zeros. We're not winning the league. We're not winning. We got to see Man City in the FA Cup, guys. Are we beating Man City in this sort of form that we're, you know? Don't talk to me about the form in the League Cup. When you come to a final, all of that goes out the window. A better indicator of how you're going to do in a cup final is how you've been playing in the league. That's a better indicator to me than how you've been playing in the League Cup. Because in the final, you're going to put out your best team and your best tactics, right? Your best team and your best tactics are what you reserve typically for the league, especially when you're at the top. So, what you're going to do, if you're going to employ those same tactics that have had you at the top of the league for the majority of it, I think there was only like a week where Man City had gone ahead of us. It wasn't even a week. It was like one game or something. And I think it was just because we had a game in hand or something, right? That is a better indicator of how you're going to do in these League Cup finals and in the latter stages of the Champions League. So I don't see it happening, guys. I don't see any silverware in our future. If we didn't have to see Man City in the League Cup final, that is if we can even get past Chelsea, right? I don't see us winning that either. To lose to the worst Man United team in history at home when we're the league leaders, shameful. Zeros all around. On top of all of the terrible performances that we've been putting in. Like it's so bad. I'm not even going to linger on it because we did this just a week ago. And we did it a week before that. I was pissed off 3 weeks ago. I was pissed off 2 weeks ago or whenever it was, a week ago, right? I've been so pissed off that I'm pissed out, right? I'm not even pissed off anymore. I'm just pissed out. I'm out of piss to give. Keep it real. We can't score using our strikers. Our strikers don't score goals. So what are they good for? These guys that we bring in to score goals that can't score goals. When we're had to rely on a midfielder in Marino to score our goals for us, who actually was decent, but then the manager, an indictment of him is dropping him and playing these strikers that we brought that aren't scoring goals. You drop the guy who's scoring the goals for the guys that are not scoring goals because that's their so-called job on the pitch. That's an indictment on Mikel Arteta being not being, but like maybe showing a little bit too much of his novice experience. Doing things that are nonsensical just because, again, I guess the data tells you that. or something. They're looking at the data that tells them the hypothetical situations and the potential situations that we're going to be in, that are going to uh, result, based on our tactics and how we play and all of that. But those are all hypotheticals. Those are all like predictions and things, right? What can we see on the pitch? What has been our best performance this season? Our best performance this season has been playing Tottenham with a 4-2-3-1 with Eze in the 10 and Marino up front. Trossard on the left, Saka on the right. And our usual back four minus the guys that are, not available, like Calafiore. But instead of maintaining that same structure, I get it that we've had injuries, but instead of maintaining that same structure that has worked for us, we decide that no, we're going to revert back to the single pivot, Martin Odegaard, right eight, and then we're going to play Victor Gyökeres up front, or we're going to play Gabriel Jesus up front. And it has caused us to regress. But yeah, deserved loss. We didn't deserve a win. We didn't deserve a draw. Definitely didn't deserve the win. Well deserved loss for us. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to do a post game, get one of these Man United fans here to talk to them. And I will see y'all later. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere in the comments, if you drop a comment, drop a like, do all that, help your boy out, and I will see y'all.